Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 461 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I think we're becoming good friends. I like it. Let's keep it up. So subscribe to the podcast so you get those little notifications when I publish a new episode, which is twice a week, Monday and Friday. They're super short, usually under 10 minutes, so we're not going to get tired of each other. And also share them with your friends and family, maybe your coworker, the ones you like anyway. You're spreading goodness into the world. You never know the ripple effect of one small act of kindness. Okay, so I'm sure you've heard the phrase, and if you haven't, you'll hear it now. That phrase, hurt people. It's so true. And when I hear it, it rings true to me because a lot of times people who have been mistreated are angry and bitter, which in turn causes them to sort of project that on the people around them. A lot of times it's the ones that are closest to them. But what if the one that was mistreated was able to rise above it and end the cycle of hurt? And we often feel entitled to be angry or bitter when we've been wronged or when we feel as if we've been wronged. But if you think about it, that just keeps the cycle going. The anger that you hang on to is a weight only you carry. Yeah, you can hit other people upside the head with it, but that doesn't lessen your load. It actually adds more weight to it. And oh, by the way, now someone else has a reason to be angry and bitter, possibly adding weight to them as well. We've all experienced this in one way or another. And a lot of times it does seem justified. Now, not all the time, though, do people use their anger as a weapon. Sometimes they just internalize it and it comes out in other ways, like getting sick or depression. The point is, carrying around that negative emotion everywhere with us is heavy and it's damaging, always to ourselves, sometimes to those that are around us. Letting it go allows us not only to be kinder to others, but also kind to ourselves by letting go of that weight we're carrying. And kindness begets kindness. Kindness is a choice we make every single moment. I was driving to the gym the other day and I was running a little bit late because I was going to work out with Kevin and we had a set time. And so, of course, because I was running late, there's an 18-wheeler jackknifed across the road. And so all of the traffic was yielded down to one lane. So we were all moving over into the left lane. And in my rearview mirror, I see a big truck coming up in the right lane. He was going to have to get over. And my first thought was, well, he's trying to cut in front instead of waiting. But then I thought, you know what? You're just irritated. Maybe he doesn't notice or he didn't realize. So I waved him in and let him go in front of me. Now, his windows were really tinted, so he rolled down his windows not once but twice to thank me for letting him in, which I thought was really nice. So as we're sitting there waiting for our turn to go, here comes another truck up in the right lane. Now, this one had a trailer, so he was going to have a hard time getting over, and no one was letting him in. But the guy in front of me actually waved him in front of him, allowing him to get in line. I smiled and I thought, I did that. Kindness begets kindness. Now, I don't know if he would have done it anyway, maybe, but I like to think he was paying kindness forward. Who knows how many kind acts came from that one small kind act of me? More than I know. I chose kindness when my initial thought was, well, he should have gotten in line back there. He's trying to cut in. I chose kindness. I didn't have to. My initial thought was not to, and that's human, right? But because I did, he was grateful, which made me feel good, and then he passed that kindness forward. And I know it's a lot more difficult to do that and let go of the hurt or turn the other cheek when it's personal, when it's from a family member or a friend or a coworker. Sometimes you don't want to let it go. You want to be mad. I mean, you have the right to be mad, right? Yeah, sometimes you do, but your anger and your bitterness gathers steam and it grows when you hang on to it like that. You may not realize how heavy that weight is until you set it down. My husband recently I've talked about his experience with AFib, with his heart, and he recently got an ablation for that. And when the doctor called me while I was waiting during his surgery, and he said, he is back in sinus rhythm, he is in good shape, I actually started crying, and I'm not a big crier. I hadn't realized the weight that I was carrying because of that until that weight was lifted off of me. I wish that there was an ablation that could fix all the broken and hurting hearts in this world, but the truth of the matter is it's part of our work to heal ourselves. That's part of what's shaping who we are today. And we are so resilient. We are more resilient than we even know. But we, a lot of times, don't let ourselves heal because we think if we let go of the hurt that it was inflicted on us by someone else, that we give them a hall pass. So we carry that weight around thinking it's punishing them, when it's really punishing ourselves and the ones closest to us because we keep using that weight as an excuse. Or worse, we use it as a weapon. You see, success is always the best revenge because it means you've healed. The hurt no longer holds power over you. You're back in control, not the hanger, not hanger. I do get that too, but not the anger and not the hurt. There's a quote my husband shared with me that has stuck with me. It made a big impact on him, so he shared it with me, and it made a big impact on me also. It's powerful. It says, if you don't heal from what hurt you, you will bleed on people who didn't cut you. So yeah, hurt people, but kindness begets kindness. And the decision to be one or the other lies within us every single moment. It starts with how you treat yourself. Are you kind to you? Do you talk nicely to and about yourself? Or do you hang on to anger and bitterness, thinking it's doing damage to someone else? You are the one that you listen to more than any other person. You talk to yourself in your head all the time. And that pretty much dictates everything you do, especially the way you treat other people. Hurt people until someone stops the cycle by choosing kindness. And that kindness may start with kindness to yourself. Maybe that's all you can muster. If for no other reason, set that weight down for you. A lot of times we think it's weak to let go of something, so we think we're strong and stubborn and we pride ourselves on the ability to hold strong and stay mad. But it actually weakens us when we hold on to our past hurts. It weakens us when we hold on to anger. Have you ever seen a really strong, in a good way, person who's bitter? Not that often. The less baggage we carry around, the more space we make for new adventures and new experiences. Now, I'm very visual, so the idea of taking whatever your hurt you're carrying around and mentally shaping it into something like heavy, like a brick, or maybe it's a big hurt and you need to shape it into a concrete block. But I'm asking that mentally turn that hurt into a brick and imagine setting it down and walking away. Now, don't worry, you'll pick it back up every once in a while, but eventually you're going to be like, why do I keep picking this back up? It's so heavy. I feel so much better not carrying it around. I feel so much lighter without it. And gradually you'll heal yourself and you'll be stronger for it. You'll be kinder for it. And now instead of hurt, you'll be spreading kindness. And the world will thank you. I thank you. You'll thank you. We all want to see the world be a better place, and we all want to be part of making it better, right? Wayne Dyer says, you can't give away what you don't have. So what do you have mostly in your heart? What are you putting out into the world on a regular basis? What you put out is what you get back. And if you don't have kindness in your heart, you can't give kindness. I mean, we all have light and dark in us, all of us. It's a choice which one is dominant. My challenge to you today is any past hurt that you're dragging around with you. Practice taking that hurt and mentally shaping it into something heavy and then setting it down and walking away. You don't have to go far at first, but eventually if you keep practicing that, you'll see that you have the power to pick it up or to leave it there. You control it. It does not control you. And now you've gained back your power. Share this with 3 people who show you immense love and support. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.